Hello and welcome. This is Pallavi, and you are watching Indian Masterminds. We have with us Mr. Ritesh Sarothiya, who is an IFS officer and Regional Deputy Director of World Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, Northern Region, Delhi. And today he has got an award in Wildlife Protection category organized by Indian Masterminds. So let's hear from him. How does it feel to be the first winner of this first session of this award?
Yeah, first, thank you so much for the award, especially the Indian Mastermind and Indian Forest Service Associations. As we are aware that the wildlife law enforcement is always a challenge for us because seizure or the detection of crime is definitely challenging, but the biggest challenge is once we have produced before the court. And the biggest challenge, whenever we produce before a judicial court, they always compare with the police department. Because our general law is drawn by the CRPC and the Indian Evidence Act, and the special efforts, the special agency like the forest department. So they are either less aware about the thing or they are different because they are not filing some charge sheet, we are filing the complaint. So this is always an issue. So now, I think the way we are working nowadays and the sensitization program for the judiciary, for the advocates as well. So we are getting a lot of good result. So this is a good for us because we are this type of platform are definitely motivating the officer who are involved in the law enforcement.
So when you were posted in MP, so there was one case of pangolin and turtle smuggling racket. It was busted and then maximum punishment of I think 7 years was granted. This was the maximum punishment given ever in any wildlife crime. Correct me if I am wrong. So do you think, I just want to know, do you think the wildlife crime से related जो भी हमारे acts हैं या जो punishments हैं, it's little lenient or it should be more harsh ताकि हम उसको और भी ज़्यादा मतलब चीज़ wildlife जो है हम उसको और अच्छे से protect कर पाए, or you think it's okay?
See, it's a very tricky question because I don't know whether you are aware or not. I am also LLB graduate. So I believe like comparing the situations in the South Asian country, we are, I think we are okay with the law. It's a good act. Wildlife it is always it's a good and proper provision is there. So I think it's not required to make more stringent. It's already stringent. The issue is that to understanding the provision to all the stakeholders, not only the forest investigator, but the green lawyer, the forest lawyer, and then judiciary. So that if all these three stakeholders have their proper knowledge of the special act, I think we would get a proper result first. Second thing, definitely that was one of the most challenging case for us. It's a very challenging case because the network is in the 6 countries. And this was even a time of Corona. But interesting thing come when Supreme Court order it. It should be a physical hearing even during the second wave of the Corona, and then day-to-day hearing monitored by Honorable Supreme Court. Red corner notice also issue. Extradition is there, and lot of challenges. 9-time SLP file in Supreme Court. I think it's a rare case where in forest crime there is a 9-time SLP file in Supreme Court. And out of 9, all the 9 are rejected by Honorable Supreme Court. 54 applications filed before a High Court. Out of the 48 were rejected. So that's a great case for us. Lot of learning. And definitely it's satisfactory result came when announced by the 7 year. But definitely few other cases, like in our cases also in tiger poaching case, where judiciary pronounced the 7-year judgment. So that's great case for us. Lot of learning for us.
Also, sir, these wildlife crime, these are still underground crimes. General people are not aware about it. So, kai baar unwillingly or willingly, they also take part in it. I'll give you one example. There was a snake venom racket that was busted in Odisha, and later it was found out that the racketeers were posing like rescuers, like they were called by the like to rescue the snakes, and then obviously general people would call them. They will capture the snake and take out their venom, and this was then exported or smuggled. So how do you think we can aware people so that they they know कि किस तरीके के crime हो रहे हैं, how it is going to affect us eventually, and how we should help जो भी हमारे फॉरेस्ट सर्विस ऑफिसर्स हैं, हमारे फॉरेस्ट रेंजर्स हैं, गार्ड्स हैं, जो भी इससे रिलेटेड हैं, उनको हम कैसे फिर हेल्प कर सकते हैं. तो एक जनरल अवेयरनेस अबाउट दीज क्राइम्स दैट इज़ हैपनिंग ऑलमोस्ट इन एवरी फॉरेस्ट एरिया.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest challenge, especially the forest and wildlife crime. The lack of sensitizations in all the stakeholders, especially the community which live in and around the forest, or the forest dependent communities. So I think nowadays government start to sensitize them, especially special efforts to motivate the forest dependent communities about the ill belief, the disbelief or the black magic in and around now, because last 3 years we are losing lot of tiger because they believe in the black magic. So like special gram panchayat on 2nd October, and the forest joint forest committees, so there is special drive for how to make aware that there is no black magic at all. And then the participation of various NGOs, the journalists play a very important role. And nowadays, apart from few celebrities who also who came to near forest area like in tiger reserve, so we request them kindly give some bite, because they have a lot of fan following, so they will also give their message. Then at the political platform, they also sensitize forest officer, police officers. We also always, whenever we have a chance to interact with the community, we always sensitize, please don't be trapped, because otherwise you might be part of the entire the big syndicate. So awareness is definitely important. We are working hard, and nowadays we are using the social media platform as well. So this is important.
Now moving on, sir, I have asked many officers that what is the biggest challenge of being an Indian Forest Service officer. I won't ask you that. I would like to ask you, what is the biggest, the positive side, the biggest, the passion so important है to serve in forest services. So best part, what is the best part of being in Indian Forest Services?
The best part is definitely just as close to the nature. I think they are like before joining the forest services, I was in the engineering services officers, so I can really get benefit here. Nowadays, what is important for us, that is definitely the close to the nature. So this is very important. So like government giving we are paid for doing this job, and the other person who are actually giving a lot of money to come to the close, to come to the close to the nature, to watch the wildlife. And this is first important. And second important is like the entire government department. Like we always compare ourselves with the other departments. So we always say all the department, line department, agriculture, tribal department and all, they are for the homo sapiens, one species. The forest only department which is for the million species, to save the million species. We are the only for them as a doctor, we are only known as a police officer, we are only for them, educate them, care for them, for longevity, for their health, for their protection. This is a great satisfaction for us. We are somehow contributing to our, not only to save our, to build our nation, we are contributing to protection of them. We are giving the green ecology, the ecological security of our nation. This is a great satisfaction for us.
And so since we cover bureaucracy, so we have noticed a trend कि अभी बहुत सारे जो UPSC aspirant है, they are choosing Indian Forest Services, even though prelims में cut off ज़्यादा चाहिए होता है, but still when they get it, they choose Indian Forest Services over many other services under UPSC. तो पहले तो इसके बारे में, और दूसरा कि जो नए जो एस्पिरेंट्स हु आर एस्पायरिंग टू बी अ फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर, तो उनको क्या मैसेज देंगे आप?
Definitely, I always say, if you have just patience, or you have just understanding, if you want to work just close to the rural economy, close to the green economy or the green world, you should always adopt the forest services, because you realize once you will realize when you join in the services, definitely you may feel that some other job have a lot of perks, but this job always give you the satisfaction. After joining, the important thing in the life, the satisfactions, the happiness, and this everything come when you are close to the nature. So this is important. I think if you have bit inclination in your life, you should join the forest service. You always feel satisfaction because it's I think the most diverse job in anywhere. I always say you have a like if you love the protection war like a police officer, you always enjoy police. If you like administration, and now you have an administration also. Economy for contribution to the to community, so you have a community orientation, community connection at all. So I think it's a good job. You always feel happy. I always say, and I always request all the new aspirant who want to join the department, whether any rank, it depend on your interest, IFS officer, state service officer, at any rank, but you always feel satisfied. I feel this is my message for you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. It was really nice interacting with you. Thank you so much.